Welcome back, guys, to Neo Racing. This is race 2 from Brands Hatch, but this time we are on the GP version. So Callum's on pole from Bidster as we get ready for lights out. Lights are on, and now away we go. Good start by Bidster. I think he's pulled ahead of Callum. Callum gets a terrible start. Even Neil's coming alongside him now. So Bidster into turn 1 first, followed by Callum, Neil. TY having a little look as well. Put everyone close together. Bidster running away with things now. Fantastic start from Bidster. Everyone else trying to get through cleanly. As we've got Jonesy Road the inside of Liliam in the background. Jamo the inside of TY. Let's have a little look at this. Jamo the inside. Jay Houston says thank you very much. I'll take both of you if you're going to do that. As they go in now up towards McLaren and up the hill around this really tight left. And everyone side by side still, TY and Jay Houston side by side. But we do find out from this, the R32 Skyline does have a slight more top end, but the R34 is a lot more agile than the others as we head down now, down the hill. TY and Jamo still side by side as we go into Hawthorne Bend, and everyone side by side. Even Man of Steel having a little look up the inside of these two now. And contact made between Man of Steel and Jamo. Man of Steel catapults Jamo off into the kitty litter and then keeps on continuing. So unlucky there for Jamo, got more or less bullied off the track by Man of Steel there. And Jay Houston's on the grass. Jay Houston's off as Task One goes side by side with him now into Surtees on. Task One getting bullied out of the way there by Jay Houston, saying no you don't, Sunshine, you're not passing me that easy. Danny Quaver having a look at the inside of Task One now. So Danny Quaver up to 7th place, and Task One fighting back up the inside, saying I'm not going to give up yet, Sunshine. As they come onto the straight, touching each other a little bit as we go through over the line. That's only lap 1. And we go up and Task One's up the inside of Danny Quaver into Paddy Kilbent. A good fight back there from Task One. As now Seat One's having a little look now and having to think. Let's have a little stab up here myself. And Danny Quaver comes across on him, not giving him an inch, not giving him no space. And then Seat One. Then he's having a look at Task One now as he makes some mistakes. And Danny Quaver up the inside of Task One there. Some good racing between these lot. As we look back at the leading pack now, Callum's closing on Bidster, so Bidster got a good start, but Callum's in his groove now, saying you're not getting away from me, Sunshine. As Neil Farmack there in 3rd, TY 4th, Man of Steel 5th, Jay Houston 6th, Task One 7th, Seat One 8th, Danny Quaver 9th, Jamo 10th, Liliam, and then Willie, Mr. Sloan and Jonesy at the back. It just shows you people will fight just as hard for last place as they will for first. And I think Jonesy Rose just got that for now. Let's hope Mr. Slowan can tag along with him. As Callum now putting the pressure on Bidster up at the front. As they go through Sheen Curve. It used to be called Dingledell, but it's called Sheen Curve. As we go through Surtees, Neil and TY close to each other as well. Bidster and Callum still having a look at each other. But now Bidster covers it off for now, but will the straight line speed of the R32 be any good for Callum? But as we all know, Bidster is the king of defending. No one gets through Bidster without a good effort. But Callum is a good aggressive attacker as Neil and TY side by side into Paddy Kilbend, and TY takes the position. Neil gives him space, lets him through. Jay Houston and Man of Steel in the background up on the curb. And then we've got Seek One and Danny Quaver in the background. So Danny Quaver got lost out to those two again. So something happened there as we go into Druids. And Seek One has a little look at Task One, but to no avail there. Task One runs wide. Danny Quaver waiting in the wings for anything to happen. As we look now, Danny Quaver's up the inside of Seek One into Graham Hill Bend. And Seek One comes across on him. Contact. Danny Quaver's lost speed now. Jamo's up in the pack as well, and he moves across in front of Jamo. Danny Quaver there, so didn't check his mirrors there. But as we go into the McLaren Bend, everything seems to be folded out okay. Let's have a look at the leaders now, still as close as ever. Bidster and Callum not giving each other an inch as they come out of Westfield down the hill towards Sheen Curve. As we have a little look back now at this battle that's Danny Quaver's off onto the gravel. Now was he forced or was he pushed? Did he fall or was he pushed? We'll get a replay. We're on board with Danny Quaver now on lap 3. Let's see what happened to him. So he goes up the inside of Seek One, looking for a good move, and he's on the brakes. So he just and the car just understeers off the circuit. That's what happened to him. Just understeered off the track and then rejoins. As we rejoin Neil and TY, and now we're looking at Callum and Bidster there ahead. Oh, and we've got a spinner in the background. A Man of Steel and Jay Houston off. So again, was the contact there? We'll get a replay as we watch. It's Danny Quavers off as well. So Danny Quavers off. So again, we'll get another replay on that. Right, here's a replay of some of the series of incidents that happened on lap 3 at the same corner. So you'll see, spot the difference here. So Jay goes off, Man of Steel goes off, Task 1 doesn't, Seek 1 doesn't, Jamo doesn't, and Danny Quaver does. So you can see everyone there making the same mistake, just putting a rear wheel on the grass. As we rejoin the leaders now, Callum and Bidster, both using the curb. As we go through Druids now. Oh, sliding the car sideways. Bidster there. Callum behind, trying to catch him. TY's actually closing up to these lot and Neil as well, so this could turn into a 4-car scrap. So keep your eyes peeled, ladies and gentlemen. This could develop. As Jay Houston and Jamo now fighting out for 7th place. Some fantastic battles. This is what Neo Racing is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Good, clean, fair racing. Yes, there's sometimes racing incidents that you can't avoid, but it's as clean as you can get. So let's have a look now. So Jamo still can't get up to Jay Houston here. So as we've got Callum, who's really all over the back of Bidster now. Bidster defends, Callum, that's a slight, moves out. So you've got Bidster, the king of defending, and Callum, who's trying to state himself as the king of attacking. So this could go well, or it could end in tears, so we'll see how it develops. Callum, remember, Bidster's been in this group a while, trying to keep his hierarchy. As Callum, new to the group, he's only been racing with us for a season or so. So he's still new, we're still getting used to how he races, and we're getting used to this aggressive style that he's brought to the group. Clean but aggressive, that's how we like it. It keeps the entertainment value up there. You don't want to try and suppress it too much. As we go now down towards Paddock Hill Bend, all of them, 3 of them close together now. TY's joined the battle. Just keeping a constant watch. And all of them take a bit of curb there. Callum pulls out to the inside. Bidster moves across just to say, no you don't, sunshine. You're not going to stick your nose up there without me having something to do about it. As we go out of the corner, you can see the R34 of Bidster that is in, just struggling with the rear end as he comes out the corner. I think Bidster's got it set up so that the front end turns in, the rear end's a bit looser. It probably just suits his driving style, whereas the R32s can't do that. The R32s are very tidy into the corner, but then they're fast out. They're very fast out of the corner, they're slow in, fast out, whereas the R34's fast in but a bit slower out, so you do get a variation there. Let's have a look back at Druids. I think we saw a couple of cars close on the map. Yes, Jonesy Roar and Lil Yam there still close, so that's going to be a battle to keep an eye on, as well as this front battle which is still continuing on. Bidster's gapped Callum a bit now, so just got a little bit of a gap now. So let's see if TY can put the pressure on Callum as they come out of Westfield. So close to clipping the gravel there. All of them driving at the limit of their ability as they go through Sheen curve. Bidster takes a bit more curve than the rest, but that's just his driving style. As they go through Sheen and into Surtees now, still close. Let's have a little look. Jay Houston, Task 1 and Jamo are still quite close here, but I think it's all going to end well there. Lil Yam with Jonesy Roar behind. William UFC there, new guy, battling with Mr. Slow One. As we look at the leaders now, practically all together, Bidster and Callum. This is going to be a cracker. Don't take your eyes off the screen for 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you need to be hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button to Neo Racing. This is what it's all about. Hard defending, aggressive attacking, but at the end of the day, clean racing. That's what we're here for, that's what we love doing. And that's why I'm commentating on this now, because it is worth commentating on when the action is this good. You can see Callum just trying to work Bidster down, trying to put that pressure on, but we all know from past races, Bidster does not take the pressure very well at all. He's very good at absorbing it. He's saying, like, what pressure? What pressure? Whereas Callum's just relentless in his attacks. And then you can see, Bidster gets the car sideways out of the corner. You can see the disadvantage of the R34. As they come down the hill, Callum's just ahead. He's just ahead. He's got around the outside on the pace of that R32. Bidster has to hold I just had to pause there just to mute my phone. My phone was starting to talk to itself. As Bidster now is doing what Callum was doing to him, putting the pressure on, and we all know Bidster's good at putting that on as well. He's just as good at putting pressure on as he is at defending. Up on the curb, trying to keep everything, using everything he's got to keep pressure on Callum. The car just goes to there just because of a little bit of a penalty for, I think, from just going up on the curb there, so he'll wear that off in time, but none of the people in this group would take advantage of penalties there. But Bidster goes up the inside. Callum goes wide, gives him space. As he's up the inside now, he's fighting back against Callum. As they go towards Paddock Bend. Fantastic scrap at the front this. And Bidster's car again, there goes. From going up on the curb before. As they go up the inside, all fair and clean racing so far. Oh, Bidster on the grass. Just trying to make sure he keeps that move stick, just trying to use all the speed of the car on the outside of the corner that he can. Let's have a little back and look at some of the other battles just for a second. So we've got Man of Steel and Jay Houston there. Jamo fending off Task 1, doing a good job of fending off Task 1 there. This is quite close as we go down towards Graham Hill Bend. And I think, yeah, Jamo's got that place now. Jay Houston and Man of Steel running close, and then you've got these lot. Bidster, Callum, TY and Neil just in the background, just keeping tabs on things, waiting for anyone to make a mistake. As they come round Hawthorne now, approaching Westfield as Bidster defends. Callum has a look, Bidster says, nah, try the other side. Bidster practically sliding the car out of there. TY waiting in the wings to have a look. Neil's trying to get stuck in now as well. He said, I've waited long enough, I'm going to get stuck in now. Right behind TY, putting the pressure on. As they come into Surtees. All through there. Well, Callum runs a bit wide onto the dust, but gets away with it as we look down now towards Clearways and Clark Curve. They're just still strung out a bit now. Look at the R32's insane cornering ability on the way out. You can see it. Just the stability of the car. But Bidster's doing well to keep the R34 alive here. Doing it for the R34s as he's in towards Paddock Hill Bend. All of them seem to have calmed down a bit now. Just apart from Callum and TY who copy each other. Just onto the gravel a little bit. Callum has a look at the inside. Boom! Orange car, corner pocket, boom! Straight through. That was a bit aggressive but effective as he goes through into the lead. So, don't know whether that was a bit too harsh. We'll get some replay angles on that as we resume, but we're looking at now Jamo trying to catch up to Man of Steel now. He's got past Task 1 and he's now dispatched him, and he's on the way to catch Man of Steel and Jay Houston up, so that's one to keep an eye on. But these lot are still at it. Callum's still ahead of Bidster, but Bidster will not like that move. He'll not take it lying down. He'll get his head down now, kicking up the dust as he does so. He's got TY all over the back of him now. He's probably saying to himself, no TY, no, I want to try and catch Callum up, let's not let him get away. As they come down now towards Sheen Curve, TY trying the outside, not trying to make a move, just trying to put the pressure on. It's all about the positioning of the car when it comes to putting pressure on, and it works. TY's got very effective ways of putting pressure on. Him and Bidster have had countless battles through the back of Neo Racing, and it's all ended well. As let's have a little break from this battle as we look. Oh, Man of Steel's on the grass, and Jamo's practicing his ballet wheel on the grass. Pirouette. So, fantastic save there, I must say. That was a fantastic save. So well done there, Jamo. A good save, but unlucky for losing the positions there. Seat 1 and Liliam now. Battle of the Belgians, round 4. As Liliam slides the car out of the corner. Let's have a little look back now at the front. Bidster still getting rid of a penalty, I think. It must have been from when he ran wide, when Callum hit him, or it might have been from the contact when Callum hit him. So we go on to the curb now. Everyone taking the same line there, so no one gaining an advantage with taking using extra track. As we go through, Callum's run wide onto the gravel there. He doesn't want to do that every time. Otherwise, Bidster will be right up behind him. But you can see, look at the straight line speed now of that R32 of TY. Let's go on board with Bidster now as we look back at TY there. And it's as close as you like. Bidster defends the inside. Look at forward, and then you can see, look back there. He's keeping TY behind him now as we come down towards Sheen Curve. Still on board with Bidster there, and now let's go on board with TY, but look forwards as we look at Bidster defending. Like, see the skirmish of that R34 through the corner as we now go through Surtees again. Look at this car sliding. It's just out of the R34 handles. You can see the R32 not really wanting to move around that much at all as we go back to the trackside cameras now. So Bidster needs to try and catch Callum here. Callum's breaking away from it. He's losing, pulling away from these lots. Bidster and TY losing touch with him as we go on to lap 10 out of 18. So we're just over halfway through this race as TY takes a bit of curb there and gets a bit sideways. So everyone using a bit of extra track. It's not just one person, everyone using it, trying to use as much track as they can. That's what race drivers, gives him a little kiss there to say, come on, get on with it. And that's what race drivers do, try and take the shortest way around the track possible without getting caught out. And that's what they're all doing. Fantastic racing there by everyone. As we look now at Jamo and Task 1 round 2. Jamo, I think he's got past Task 1 now, so he's keeping him at bay. So we'll come back to that battle in a bit. Let's have a little look at near the back of the field. There's Danny Quaver and Mr. Slow One at the back. So Danny Quaver not having a very good race, neither is Mr. Slow One. But this race gets even worse for Mr. Slow One. Goes on the gravel there, so unlucky for Mr. Slow One. Hopefully he'll come bouncing back next week at Nürburgring. We've got Bidster defending from TY now. Oh no, I have to go over the curb because he didn't know where the TY were going to go. We're going to come across with him, so he gave TY just that bit of extra room he needed, but TY ran wide anyway. So good awareness there from both drivers. So that wasn't cutting the corner on purpose, that was just Bidster giving the extra bit of room to TY in case he needed it. And TY just ran wide anyway because he didn't know what Bidster were going to do either. So just good clean racing there, no advantage gain because you can see that TY is right on the back of Bidster now. So no advantage gain there. Again, cars ghosting because of penalties picked up just by going over the track. That'll be Bidster got a penalty for going over that curb back there, but it was just to give TY a bit of extra room as we see him go side by side to Paddock Hill Bend now. And fantastic stuff by all of them, and Bidster's car ghosting again just to get rid of that penalty. As we go into Druids now. TY trying the outside. He's going to try, still trying the outside. He's still trying the outside. He's going to try and go on the inside for Graham Hill Bend. This will be a fantastic move if he pulls it off. And has he done it? Oh, Bidster looks for the cutback. As we look to the curb cam. Off they go. Bidster up the inside. He's not going to take this line down, but no, he has to take it line down. He has to let TY go through. Some good setup there by TY. Studied him for a few laps and had a look and see where he were weak and then took advantage. Oh, a bit of dust kicked up there. Was that Callum running wide? Must have been. As we now look at Neil will be closing up to the back of Bidster now, so we'll just go back and have a look at some other battles while that simmers down a bit. Jamo out of Graham Hill Bend with Task 1 behind him. Oh, Liliam and Seat 1 having a battle there, battle of the Belgians. Liliam goes through on Seat 1 there, I think, or he were defending. We just went to that a bit too late. So we'll come back to that battle in a bit as we've now got TY, Bidster, Neil, Callum all together. Lap times varying very much the same on lap times. Neil with the fastest lap of the race, 36.2. That was from before, probably just backed off and then you got the fastest lap. As we look now down towards Paddock Hill, towards Clearways, beg your pardon. As we go through there, TY closing up on Callum now, so we'll not pull away from this battle just yet. We'll keep with it. TY keeping Callum honest. He's got the pace, TY. He looks the quickest man on track at the minute. He's putting the pressure on. They both go on the gravel. They both go onto the gravel. Bidster's going to look at the inside of TY here. Bidster's up the inside. One mistake and Bidster's in there. Trying to go on the curb, give TY all the room he can give him. And then TY's just going to keep the inside. So good defending there from TY, but both of them made a mistake. That just shows you TY do not follow Callum. Callum got lost, TY followed him, and Bidster said, hey, I found you, let's go. So in towards McLaren now, up the hill. Oh, Callum's run wide. Callum's on the gravel, he's run wide. TY's going to get a good run here. Callum's going to defend though, he'll keep to the right, going down the hill. Callum on the right, or the left-hand side on the camera as you look at it. TY's going to try and go around the outside of him. I don't think this is going to work, TY, but he's going to try anyway. But Callum keeps the tight line. All he needs to do is just keep the defensive line on the inside, and good defending there. Bidston gives TY a little push, saying, "Come on, let's go, let's do it." Gives him a little nudge, gets him alongside. Gets him alongside Callum, side by side into Sheen curve. As they go across the curb, Callum and TY still side by side. Callum at the inside now into Sterling's. Through Sterling's, and they're still side by side. Fantastic stuff. Bidston says, "I'm going to follow you through. Let me have a go." And Neil says, "Wait for me, I want to join in." 4 cars as close as you like, and Bidston's going to get mugged here because Neil's having a cheeky little look up the inside as well. So Neil has a little look up the inside into Clearways, but that doesn't work out. Fantastic driving between these 4. Good awareness and fantastic racing. If anyone wants to know what Neil Racing's about, this is it. Fantastic stuff. As we go over the curb now. I don't think anyone's going to have a little look into here. I think it's just all going to stay folded out. Neil has a little look at the inside of Bidston, but no way through there. As we'll just pan away from this for a minute. We've got Jamo and Task 1 there. There's still Liliam and Seat 1 battling, and Willie MUFC is close up to the back of these, so still close between the 2 Belgian boys. As Callum is still trying to keep everyone else back, doing a good job of defending in this race. Remember, we're still getting used to what Callum's race is like, and he's on the gravel. He's going to lose time there. I think TY had to lift there. He wasn't quite sure whether Callum was going to spit back onto the track, so he lifted there, I think, as Bidston's behind now, having a little look as well. Neil's waited in the wings. Any mistakes, and Neil's going to be right in there. So everyone cleanly through Hawthorne and in towards Westfield. Callum takes the tight defensive line. He's going to be slow out the corner. Oh, TY gives him a little nudge then. Callum defends the inside, but again, because he defended, he had to slow right down because he took a defensive line, and then TY just misreading that and hitting him up the back end. So, but don't worry, I think everyone ended up well, and well, it's actually come off worse for TY because now he's now got Bidston up his backside, trying to crawl into his gearbox and change gear for him as we go into Clearways. Flat 13 of 18. We go down the start-finish straight now. Let's just go back and have a look at these other battles that are happening on track now. James is on his own, Man of Steel on his own, Jamo on his own, Task 1 on his own. William UFC's got past the 2 Belgian boys, so the 2 Belgian boys holding each other up that much that they've swapped places and they've lost another place. So Seat 1 and Lilian there, still as close as you like, and then these lot even closer. As Neil giving Bidston a little tap into Druids back there, just to say, "Get on with it." And Neil again practicing the JDM drift mode of that R32. Some fantastic driving. So again, in this race, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I said it before. If I didn't, I apologise, but there's no tyres on and there's no fuel on in this race. So no fuel wear or tyre, fuel depletion or tyre wear. So they can just push as hard as they can from start to finish, and that's what's given us the fantastic racing. This is what racing's all about. Not like Formula 1, where you have to save fuel, conserve tyres. Racing's all about push as hard as you can from start to finish. The fastest person wins. And this is what it's all about. So TY again keeping the pressure on Callum here. Very much keeping the pressure on. As we go into Surtees, round Surtees in towards Clearways now. Callum defending again from TY. TY still close. So going towards Clearways now. TY having a little look. He's practically pushing Callum now as we come up towards Paddock Hill Bend. Bidston's waiting in the wings. Callum defends. TY's trying the outside. Whether he'll try a cutback, I don't know, but Callum will be ready for the cutback because he's going to try and keep the inside. He'll dart to the right. There we go. Not letting him through. Keeping that inside just to make sure he doesn't stick his nose up there. So TY says, "Okay, I'll go around the long way." "I'm going around the long way," he says, and he goes on the curb. Will he have the inside for Graham Hill Bend? I think he will. He's just alongside enough. He's up the inside. Callum gives him space. And side by side through the corner, side by side on the way out. Bidston says, don't forget me, I want to join in." Callum keeps the position with the overspeed. Bidston has to give in to TY, but he's going to try a cut back, and he's got, I think, for the first time in that R34, he actually got a good line out of that corner, but you'll just see the power of the R32. Even in the draft, he can't close up to the back of that R32. On the straights, it's just so superior with the acceleration of that car. But again, Bidston can dart that R34 wherever he wants. He can take tight lines, he can go over curbs. It's just a fantastic handling car. as we go through now down towards Sheen Curve. Old Dingledell, it used to be called Dingledell back in the day because it was a hop, skip and a jump. It was literally a left, right, left, bit like what it was, a bit like what it used to be at Singapore. If you've ever watched the F1 when they had that little turn 11, that left, right, left, it was like that, but a lot flatter the curb, so you could literally hop the car over. But now it's still just as daunting. It's a fast right. If you get it wrong, you're in the kitty litter. As Bidster, TY goes wide, Bidster's up the inside now, Bidster's on the fight back, he's turned up the wick. TY gives him a little tap at the side just to say, no you don't Sunshine, I'm not making it that easy for you. As they go through Paddock Hill Bend side by side, I think they're still side by, no they're not, Bidster got through. Neil has a little look up the inside of TY now, so Neil's finally got his fork out and having a stab as he mounts the curb. And Neil finally getting his poking iron out, saying, nudge, 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 don't forget me, I want to go. As he runs wide, Bidster flashing the lights at Callum now, trying to do anything he can to put him off his game. As they go into McLaren, but Callum takes a very tight line, but he's going to run wide on the way out if he's not careful. But now he's fine. Everyone gets away with it as they go down the hill towards Hawthorne. TY having a little look at Bidster. Bidster up the inside now just to try and defend the inside, TY alongside, but not going to work through there. The R34 can turn in a lot better than the R32 can. As they now go through Westfield, everyone on the curbs. Fantastic race this. I know we're stuck with this battle all the way through, but that's because everyone else is quite spread out in this race. As we go on, TY goes over the curb onto the grass, don't want to be doing that. As Bidster has a little look at Callum now, he's right behind him, practically pushing him out of that corner. Let's just have a quick look back at the Lillian Seat 1 battle. Oh no, Seat 1's dropped off, so Seat 1's had a mistake and dropped off. Lillian's closed up to Willie now, so we'll keep an eye on that at the end of near the end of the race. As this battle at the front at the minute is too good to miss. As Bidster up behind Callum again, in towards Paddock Hill Bend. Takes a little bit of grass there, but gets away with it, and then has to defend quickly because he knows how quick Bidster will be up the inside if he leaves him an inch. So Bidster says, I'll try and do a T1 and go around the outside, but you can just see the R34 not having the same mid-corner grip as that R32. The R32's got insane out of corner and long radius grip, whereas the R34 is more of a, oh, Danny Quaver and Mr. Slow One pulling off to the side. So pulled off to the side, let the leaders through. They didn't really have to pull off to the side that much, but they did anyway. So thank you very much to them lot for letting this battle continue. As we go through now down the hill, Callum, Bidster, TY, Neil, all close together. Bidster has a little dive up the inside, but no, not going to work through there. Just keeping the pressure on. And we come through Sheen Curve now. It's been a fantastic race this. As we go through Surtees corner, Sterling, sorry, get my words in. And then Callum defending to clear ways. Bidster just getting rid of another little penalty that he's picked up. The penalties are very picky on this game if you go over the curbs. But he's up the inside now. He's going to take the lead. This is going to be the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Bidster's up the inside to take the lead into Paddock Hill Bend. Last lap. As he goes through, he's run wide a little bit. Callum's going to go back up the inside if he's not going. Oh, Bidster moved to defend and then realises it's too late. Callum's up there. As we go into Druids for the last time. Bidster trying to keep around the outside. Callum just rubbing door handles. Fantastic racing as we go down towards Graham Hill Bend now, and Callum tries to keep it around the outside. Bidster runs him out, so Bidster keeps the lead now. TY having a little look up the inside of Callum now. Callum moving around saying no you don't, no you don't, and Neil saying come on, my turn now, last lap, last chance, as they come out of McLaren for the last time, heading down towards Hawthorne. I can feel this battle's going to end in tears, but it looks to be okay at the minute as they come down towards Hawthorne. Bidster in the lead, Callum second. Callum not wanting to give up. Right over the back of Bidster now. Bidster moves out early to defend. Callum trying to go around the outside, but he moves back onto the line a little bit just to try and get a better run. Down towards Sheen Curve to look for the last time. Neil having a little look now at the outside of TY. Neil and TY together. And he's trying to go around the outside of Callum as well. And he's on the grass. Neil's throwing it away. Neil tries to go around the outside of TY and Callum in one move. Unlucky there for Neil. He had to try something. Bidster out of Stirling's now for the last time. Coming down towards Clearways and Clark Curve. He's ahead, but will he make a mistake like he did in the preview race? No, he holds on to it this time. TY's closing up to Callum. As Bidster comes through, flashes his lights and wins the race. Fantastic race there by everyone. Callum does a little celebratory spin at the end of the race. Good showmanship. So Bidster wins, Callum second, TY third, Neil fourth. Fantastic battle, one of the best battles I've ever seen. So fantastic stuff there. Jay Houston in 5th place. Man of Steel's going to come across the line in 6th place, followed by Jamo. Just make sure he gets through the last corner okay. I think he will. Man of Steel comes through into 6th place. Jamo will be 7th. Task 1 will be 8th. Willie will be 9th. Seek 1, 10th place. Lilian will be 11th. And Jonesy Rowe, 12th. Danny Quaver and Mr. Slow and Audi across the line in 13th and 14th place. So an absolutely fantastic battle in that race. I hope you enjoyed it. That's what Neo Racing's all about. Everyone fighting till the last breath, and there's your winner, Bidster. So we'll see you guys next week at the Nürburgring 24-hour in the Ford GT. So take care, everyone.